The love you found in someone else is never really lost. 'Cause when it all comes tumbling
Yo, what's good? It's your boy
down,
B-Dell. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. But today I'm going to give a brief synopsis on the spiritual dynamics on how to find your purpose that's beyond the artificial framework and the mental infrastructure of the three-dimensional paradigm that's comprised of people, places, and possessions, right? So with all that shit being said, when I'm talking about the esoteric principles of Islam, I'm not talking about Islam from a dogmatic, monotheistic standpoint. I'm talking about Islam from a metaphysical standpoint and from a socio-political aspect, to where you have some type of management skills, organization skills, discipline, to where you can master yourself in the three-dimensional world, to where you cannot be compromised by people, places, and possessions, right? So you're talking about the esoteric principles of I, self, law, and master, which creates internal self-law and management, right? So internal self-law and management, like I said, everything in the universe moves on a divine logistical order. So you're supposed to be an emulation of the universe, because we're a microcosm of the macrocosm. You never see anything in the universe that moves out of impulse. Everything has a meticulous divine order. Everything has structure. If you don't have any structure, that's going to create chaos. And when you have chaos, that creates dysfunctionalism. When you have dysfunctionalism, that creates depression and stress. And when you're stressed out and depressed, that creates this artificial emotion that takes you away from reaping the benefits of your purpose, right? Because you cannot tap into that fifth dimensional mindset and that high mental frequency, and you can tap into the universe. You're not able to do that because you've been compromised by the afflictions of the three-dimensional world, right? So a lot of people don't have the ability to tap into their purpose because they are mentally fractured and they are spiritually broken, because that puts them in a state of compartmentalized thought, to where they think in increments and fragments, right? Their minds all over the place, their minds in pieces. So when your mind's in pieces, you cannot see the full picture. You cannot tap into the future. That's why I tell people all the time, you got to stop winging stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do is supposed to be planned out. I don't care if you're going to get a goddamn case of water. You should have that shit planned out. Your whole day should be planned out, because that planning links you to the future. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I have my months and I have my days and everything, mapped out and planned out a month or a couple weeks ahead of time. Because like I said, I like to move in structure. I'm militant minded. Because when you don't have any structure, you don't have any discipline, that creates chaos and confusion. You know what I'm saying? And chaos and confusion, like I said, is connected to the material world. Because like I said, everything, it puts you in this artificial paradigm of sticking you into a stagnated time loop, to where you repeat the same shit over and over, to where you don't reap the benefits of evolution. You know what I'm saying? Everything on this planet, when you incarnated on this planet to tap into your purpose, you're supposed to evolve, because the planet is evolving. So if you're not matching up with the Fibonacci sequence of the planet and the Schumann resonance, when you don't reap the benefits of your purpose because you're not matching the same vibration of the planet, a lot of times, whether it be your next life, you may have some type of karmic debt. You see what I'm saying? So in order to tap in your purpose, you have to, master 360 degrees of the spiritual plane and master 360 degrees of the physical plane. And then when they have and they work in synergy and they work in symbiotic connection, that connection in itself creates your higher self, which is based on 720 degrees of mastery. So you got to master everything around you. You got to master people, places, and possessions. You got to master the people that doubted you. You got to master the people that don't give a fuck about you. You got to master certain friends and family members that turned on you. You got to master, of you reaching out to external forces, going to places, going to bars and stuff like that. When you're trying to tap into your person and tap into your purpose, you ain't got time to be going out. You ain't got time to be hanging out with certain people. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, because in order to tap into that frequency, you got to deviate yourself from those afflictions and be in a state of solitude, right? And a lot of people don't have the ability to be in a state of solitude because they too weak to be alone. You see what I'm saying? Because, the emotional aspects of this world has taught people and socialized people to be like, oh, they need to be codependent and they need to be around people in order to feel special. You have to love yourself intuitively in order to reap the benefits of your purpose. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, being alone creates creativity. Because like I told you, everything on this planet is mental, because God is the highest extension of the mind, which uses the elements in matter to express itself. So being alone, that creates an aspect of creation. God is a creator, I self, law, and master. You create your own reality based upon the frequency of your mind. So if your mind is out of balance and you spiritually out of balance, it's going to be hard for you to tap into that frequency. Like, for example, like I said, we are microcosm of the macrocosm. We're supposed to emulate the universe. Everything's supposed to be organized and structured. So if your crib is a mess, your house is a mess, your bedroom is a mess, your life is a mess, because everything in your sacred energetic space is an emulation of what's going on with you mentally and spiritually. So that's how you know somebody is, you know, working out of chaos and confusion. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people think that life is whooping their ass, but really they just don't have any type of organization skills. When you're supposed to be militant minded, everything's supposed to be structured. That's how your mind's supposed to work. You don't see the planets in the universe. They don't work out of impulse. They don't wing shit. Everything in the universe has a divine logistical order. Everything works in symbiotic connection. Everything in the universe is already mapped out. That's how you should plan your day. So like, if you think about anybody who don't plan nothing and they operate from a place of chaos and confusion, when you go inside their house, their room is a mess. They got clothes all over the goddamn place. You know, they have no vision board. They ain't got no calendar, no alarm set up, no notifications and things of that nature. When you go into their house, everything is just a motherfucking chaos, because that's what's going on with them mentally, right? So like I said, they are mentally broken and spiritually fractured. So when you think about tapping into your purpose, when you tap into your purpose, there's a story about Mike Tyson, right? Mike Tyson was able to do that because, you know, a lot of times, you know, these environments that we grow up in as so-called Black people, these environments that we grow up in, it deviates us from our purpose because of the environments. You know, we living in a very hedonistic environment to the point where you're not able to tap into your purpose because you're around, you know, a lot of toxicity in your neighborhood. So in order for Mike Tyson to tap into that frequency, that fifth dimensional mindset, in order for him to do that, you know, he had to get away from that neighborhood because he grew up in East New York and Brooklyn. Hold on, let me get my screen share going. You know, he grew up in East New York. You know what I'm saying? He grew up in Brooklyn, New York. But in order for him to tap into that fifth dimensional mindset, you know, his trainer named Customato, he understood, you know, the aspect of Mike Tyson, you know, just Mike Tyson was, you know, at that time, he was very talented, but he was, you know, all the afflictions in his neighborhood stopped him from reaping the benefits of his purpose until he got out of that situation, right? So hold on, I'm gonna get something for you for a second. Hold on. Because there's a few videos that I want to show you of Mike Tyson. Because Mike Tyson at the time, you know, his trainer, Customato, you see what I'm saying? Customato took him out of a certain environment to where he was able to tap into his purpose. He didn't have to worry about paying bills, and he didn't have to worry about when he was going to eat his next meal. So when you have children and things of that nature, and you have a very skilled, you know, son or daughter, you know, they really good at playing instruments, you should let them, you know, study that intuitively. You know what I'm saying? You should let them tap into that frequency intuitively. They shouldn't have to worry about adult problems, because those adult problems can cause a lot of dysfunctionalism and trauma when they get older, to where they can't tap into their purpose. So, you know, living in this three-dimensional world, they like to give us the illusion of choices. We ain't got no motherfucking choices. A lot of us was incarnated on this planet to do one thing, but it's up to you to have the mental and spiritual fortitude in order to, you know, reap the benefits and tap into that frequency, right? So Hold on for a second. I'm about to get these videos for y'all. I forgot to send them to my computer. But you know, in order to tap into your purpose, man, you shouldn't have to worry about, you know, adult problems, because that basically puts us in an artificial time loop, in a form of stagnation. You see what I'm saying? So Mike Tyson at that time, man, like I said, he grew up in a very rough neighborhood. He wasn't able to, you know, reap the benefits of, you know, tapping into his person until he got out of that situation. You know, so his training.
Someone else is never really lost. 'Cause when it all comes tumbling